A very warm welcome back to the channel. Today there is not just a brand new order that has been announced, but a prospective one too, and Emirates updates surrounding their Boeing 777 with the unveiling of plans to boost the overall markets that will be receiving those retrofitted Boeing 777s that I've spoken about so much of late. The latest announcement made in the same month, remember, as the first aircraft re-entered service, follows a major multi-billion-dollar retrofit program that is currently underway. Emirates states that the Boeing 777s will be deployed to two more cities of Zurich and Riyadh from October 1st of this year to provide them with the latest onboard experience. Furthermore, refurbished 777s we know to be deployed already to Geneva and soon Brussels as part of previous announcements. These two cities getting that reconfigured cabin before anyone else. Riyadh does make moving forward with the deployment of this new interior to Riyadh marks an important moment for Emirates, as it actually means that the premium economy to the Middle East will be seen for the first time on EK819-820. And furthermore, if you're after the specifics, well, Zurich will see the newly configured 777 on EK8586. The reconfiguration of aircraft has made way for a new era at the Dubai-based company, which focuses on giving customers a multitude of choices for their travels. These now 4-class Boeing 777s are configured with 6 or 8 first-class suites and 38 business-class seats, and thanks to a 4-abreast layout, each customer will be getting direct aisle access. Meanwhile, a big focal point has been the 24 all-new premium economy seats that first debuted on the A380s and have enjoyed positive feedback, now to be rolled out on other planes, and you've got 256 seats in economy. This new experience will focus heavily, especially in your upper classes, of offering greater privacy levels and a more spacious seat. Also, a 180-degree, fully reclining lie-flat bed. These are certainly all important features that we're seeing adopted more and more around the world. Emirates has an extremely large wide-body fleet, from the Boeing 777 to the world's largest passenger plane of the A380. The market also that Emirates calls home is incredibly competitive. Each airline in the region is continuously looking to one-up each other from an onboard perspective. Emirates knows that the refurbishments such as these are not just going to be for the short term, but also the long term, as they try and find ways to fend off continued competition. Unfortunately though, the rapid rate of this refurbishment has come at a more heightened level because Emirates has been unable to get new aircraft that it had planned to take delivery of on time. These major delays have forced them to significantly alter their more short-term plans and place greater emphasis on the existing fleet, despite planes continuing to age. Emirates must therefore retain these jets longer than it may be initially expected and upkeep them to a higher standard to align them with when these new planes do eventually arrive. As for a prospective new aircraft order, well, Embraer could be enjoying its success as Latam considers purchasing jets from the plane maker. According to the Ports and Airports Minister of Brazil, the Brazilian manufacturer is reportedly in talks to supply up to 30 aircraft to Latam as part of efforts to grow the local economy. Latin America remains one of the most competitive spaces around the world, and Latam has a significant market share here, but it knows it needs to continue evolving to remain one of the biggest in this market. One of the largest constraints is persistent struggles regarding aircraft delivery delays from the likes of Airbus and Boeing. I briefly touched on it in the last segment, but if you're a regular viewer to the channel or you like to keep up with industry news elsewhere, you'll know that this is being seen right around the world, and airlines have very different ways of looking to mitigate them. There's not much Airbus and Boeing can do with regards to this, but if you're on the outside looking in, you certainly see it as an opportunity, and Embraer has stated on several occasions that it believes to have one advantage over competitor manufacturers, and that is a better ability to deliver planes actually on time. And aside from just delivering these planes on time, Embraer knows that not only does it have a fantastic product, but more attractive delivery slots. Unlike other single-aisle products, the delivery slots for the E2 series come a lot sooner, which means airlines can get their planes in the next few years instead of waiting on respective programs from Airbus and Boeing, which are sold out through to the 2030s. Furthermore, for Latam, well, Embraer is local, and the belief is that if an order could be struck, the airline would be therefore supporting the Brazilian manufacturer, fostering greater trade and economic ties. However, Embraer does have its work cut out for it. It's not just as simple as they are the only ones in the race. The airline is also looking to the rival A220 from Airbus. The A220 has been nothing short of a basket case for the European plane maker, with them stating publicly their frustrations with the type over recent years, its loss-making nature, and being behind on production. Recent contracts being signed up in Quebec, Canada have certainly aided the future prospects, but it is still an uphill battle. And despite these obvious frustrations that have been made public, Airbus still knows that this is an aircraft type that remains incredibly important in the 150-seat market and fostering better regional connectivity with great levels of efficiency, and for that, it has been successful in doing. If Latam were to order Embraer aircraft though, it would see them move away from the typical fleet composition that they have, which includes single-aisle Airbus jets, so you definitely see a greater level of diversification, something for them to consider. And sticking with Embraer, well, Virgin Australia has announced a new aircraft order for their regional and charter business known as VARA, or Virgin Australia Regional Airlines. This division really focuses in on operations within Western Australia and regional markets here, home to important areas such as mining towns. The latest purchase comes from the Embraer E2 series with a commitment to 8 units of the E190 E2. They believe that this will allow them to see greater future growth and also stability. Furthermore, once the E2 fleet is delivered, it will support and create 150 new jobs in Western Australia over the 3-year period to which these jets are going to be delivered. For Virgin Australia, the E2 will complement existing fleets while also helping replace the Fokker 100. This is the longest serving aircraft type in the family. Virgin expects the first new E2 to enter service in October of 2025. This exactly what I'm talking about when I discussed Latam. From order to delivery really isn't that long. We're looking here at just some 13 to 14 months. It marks a landmark occasion as well for Western Australia and the charter market, as it will be the first new aircraft, Virgin Australia says, this century. Once delivered, Virgin Australia says it will boost their overall performance, reliability, and comfort levels. Purchasing the E2 for growth across WA also allows the major Australian group to get a feel for the E2 series for prospective future usage away from this state. That was hinted at. While the aircraft will predominantly operate on charter flights, it may just not be restricted to this operation in the future. So, do you believe future adoption could be on the cards if it is successful? Let me know. Thanks a lot for your support here on the channel. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you same place, same time tomorrow for your latest industry news. And we'll fly.